All right, today we're going to talk about a breakthrough that is totally changing the game for the tech in your pocket. It's called federated learning, and it's this revolutionary way to make AI smarter without having to give up your privacy. So, how on earth does it solve one of the biggest problems in tech? Let's get into it.
So the whole story really boils down to this one major conflict. On one side, you've got AI, and for AI to get smarter, it needs to learn from tons and tons of information. It wants your data. But on the other side, there's you, and you want and you absolutely deserve your privacy. For the longest time, it felt like you had to pick one. You couldn't have both.
This whole situation created what you could call AI's privacy paradox. It's a real catch-22. The very thing that makes AI so incredible, learning from all our real-world stuff, has always been its biggest privacy nightmare. For the AI to get better, it needed to see more and more of our personal lives, and that led to a system that, frankly, had some pretty big flaws. Just think about how your favorite apps used to get better. For a photo app to get good at recognizing faces, or for a search engine to nail your recommendations, your personal photos, your private messages, your search history, all of it had to be uploaded and crunched on some company's central server.
This whole method has a name. It's called the centralized approach. And for years, it was just how things were done. But as you can probably guess, sending all of our raw, personal information to one single place came with some serious privacy baggage. Let's pull back the curtain and see exactly how it worked.
So here's the old way of doing things. Imagine a teacher who wants to get smarter by learning from all their students. In this centralized model, it's like every single student has to send their entire private diary, filled with their personal thoughts, their secrets, directly to the teacher. The teacher then reads everybody's diaries all together to learn and then sends an updated lesson back. The key thing to remember here, your raw private data had to leave your hand.
And that right there, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Once your personal stuff leaves your device, who sees it? How is it being stored? Is it even secure? This one point of failure created a massive privacy risk that the entire industry desperately needed to solve.
But what if we could just flip that entire model on its head? What if, instead of you sending your data to the AI, we could bring the AI to your data? Well, that is the brilliant core idea behind the solution, federated learning. This is a complete paradigm shift. Seriously, instead of your data making the journey to some server, the AI model itself does the traveling. It actually comes to your device. It learns what it needs to learn right there, locally. And your sensitive, personal information, it stays exactly where it belongs, with you. Let's go back to our teacher analogy to see how cool this is. So now the teacher doesn't ask for your private diary anymore. No way. Instead, the teacher sends a tiny little pop quiz, that's the AI model, out to each student. You answer the quiz using your own private notes, but the only thing you send back is a tiny anonymous summary of the improvements. The teacher just collects all these little anonymous updates, gets smarter, and never ever sees a single page of your personal diary. It's just a brilliant privacy-first solution. Look, this is not just some small tweak or a minor improvement. It is a genuine privacy revolution. By completely changing where the learning happens, it rewrites the entire relationship between us and our technology. It finally solves that paradox we talked about at the beginning. And the benefits are just massive. Okay, first and most important, your sensitive data stays put. It never leaves your device. But it's not just about security. This method actually helps make the AI better. It gets to learn from this incredible, diverse range of data from everyone's devices, which helps create smarter, more personalized apps for all of us, without ever asking for that privacy trade-off. It's a win-win. This is exactly why you hear people calling it a new frontier for AI. It's really a foundational technology. It's paving the way for a future where AI can be incredibly powerful, but also deeply respectful of our personal space. So where do we go from here? Well, federated learning isn't just some cool concept. It's really the start of a brand new era for how we build AI, one that has privacy baked in from the very beginning. And you want to know the best part? This isn't science fiction. This is already in your hands. When your phone's keyboard gets just a little bit better at predicting the next word you're going to type, or your voice assistant starts to understand your accent better over time, yeah, that's often federated learning doing its thing. The AI is learning from you without ever knowing you. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. For so many years, we were held back by this need to collect massive amounts of data. But now that AI can learn without watching our every move,
What new problems can we solve? What kinds of breakthroughs in medicine or finance or communication are suddenly possible, all while keeping our privacy totally intact? The frontier is wide open.